My name is Ausy. I'm the resort manager at Siyam World.
My name is Sara. I'm the director of marketing for Sun Siyam Resorts. So at first the idea came from Mr. Siyam himself, of course. He was always very passionate about sustainability, conservation of our reefs, even from the beginning during Reef, when we did Reef as well. So he had this idea, okay, why don't we get a ship and sink it and make it a reef underneath. So that was actually how the idea came. It was a very simple idea, but it wasn't so simple to do it. And that's how it began. We purchased a big Japanese freight boat and we decided to sink it. So yeah, that's how it started.
Well, the biggest challenge was we had to make sure that there was no impact on the environment. So there was a thorough cleaning process, there was an EIA done, and doing it properly was the biggest challenge. But then the real challenge came when we started sinking the boat. It didn't go according to the plan.
No, it didn't.
It capsized upside down in the very last minute, so we had to later on salvage the ship and flip it back. Yeah, that was the biggest challenge. For us, this was just the beginning. Yeah, I mean, what we're looking at is not for today or tomorrow. We're not looking at this as a dive wreck. We're looking at this as a reef that thrives over the years. So I think we just started the story.
Like maybe 10, 20 years from now, our kids can go snorkeling, see the reef, what we have done. You know, it's a very long-term project.
I think it's been almost 1.5 years the boat has been underneath. And we already started seeing a lot of marine life. So we want to be careful. We want to learn from the mistakes of the wrecks around the Maldives. And we want to see it grow. And eventually, like I said, 20 years from now, this becomes a thriving reef with a lot of marine life. And I think that would we're just doing a little bit of what we can to create an environment for the marine life. In the grand scheme of things, that's very small.
So when we think of Maldives, we always think of white sandy beaches, the beauty of the turquoise waters, but the real beauty is underneath. So that's like, I would say maybe 80-90% of the Maldives beauty. So I think diving, shipwrecks in general, especially this one, is a very unique experience for our guests as well. We have everything on land, so we wanted to do something below the water. I think in the Maldives, a lot of these diving experiences, in general, what we do in Siyam World is we launch anything, we're very loud. You know, it's everywhere, we make a lot of noise. So I think even for the shipwreck, even underwater beauty, diving, it's very undercovered, I would say, in media. I mean, it's a niche market, but you know, I think if we do it Siyam World style and do it loud, I think we can get the message out very well. That's our specialty, you know.
And she's going to dive in tomorrow, so
yeah,
for the first time. And I think it's best if we see the wreck not as a wreck, but as a reef. So it's an experience, yeah.
When we first launched it, we were very excited about it, but we're also more excited because it's not the end. We're going to keep seeing it year after year after year. And we always say our son, he's 8 months now, when he's grown up, he's going to be able to actually see the impact of that wreck. So yeah, we're very excited.
The wreck is going to grow with him.
With him.
Well, that would hopefully inspire others to think beyond doing things on the land and show the real beauty of Maldives. Like Sara said, underwater is where the real beauty is. Yeah. And by doing this, we hope to inspire others to think different, think bold, and do something to show the underwater beauty of the Maldives. But more importantly, I think it's the we hope to inspire people to think about the environment, think about the marine life, think about this beyond a wreck, and think about how, I mean, it definitely excites us
Yeah.
that we would see a very healthy, thriving reef in the coming years. That's what excites us the most, not what will happen today or tomorrow.
See, that's what I was saying earlier even. It's very, I think, underdeveloped, the concept of covering the underwater experiences. And I think doing shipwreck is actually going to inspire a lot of other resorts as well to do these things. And I think even from our team, we have already decided to make sure we keep a balance of land activities and also the underwater, because I really think we are undercovering all these unique concepts underwater. You can't copy that anywhere else in the world. Maldives underwater diving is a whole different experience. So I think we're really going to focus on that in the next few months. We're going to amplify that, and I believe a lot of resorts are going to follow that trend from now on. Yeah.
The legacy of this will be how it evolves in the future to become what we want it to become. And gone will be all of us probably in the coming years, but the wreck would remain. That is the real legacy we have created. Sun Siyam has created a home for the marine environment. Sun Siyam has created a lasting impression among the people that it is indeed possible to create something for the future that would last beyond us. And like I said, like Sara said earlier, I mean, what excites us is how our kids will grow up and see this and tell the stories to their kids. So this is not for the next 5 years, this is not for the next 10 years, this is for the future. This is the story Sun Siyam will carry in the future. I mean, imagine kids around this atoll, when they grow up, they tell this story to their kids. And they would tell them, look, the ship was wrecked. It has created a marine life around it. People, that passes the message of sustainability in a very beautiful way, in a storytelling way.
Yeah.
That's more impactful than anything else. We do definitely have plans, but again, we would be very careful in how we do it, because one of the things we are very careful about is the mistakes of the other wrecks around the Maldives. We don't want the fate of this to be the same as the others. And if we are not careful, this will happen. So this is the most important thing for us.
I think that's why we have a lot of experts that are working with us that make sure that it's done right, properly, and maintained, so that it lasts years and years and years.
Think different, think bold, think beyond Instagram.